What is good, Council of Comics? Welcome to the Council of Comics Film and Box Office News, episode number 33.
It's like the brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone superhuman who can come and save my life.
So we were off for a weekend, even though we came back the next day. But I feel like we've been gone for much longer. And
I don't. I'm
there's
exhausted.
so much to talk
I don't know
about.
what you people are doing. I hosted my Thanksgiving. All of you out, not Thanksgiving, Easter.
Thanksgiving.
It was like Thanksgiving. Everyone who goes out and you celebrate at someone's house and they took care of everything, I was like, you kiss their derrieres for the work they put in.
Yes.
Good Lord, I'm still so
May
tired.
you be extremely blessed, Cliff. May you be extremely blessed for
I
giving
love my
brothers.
family.
That's good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed your holiday. So let's get into some stuff because we got a lot to go over. It's been a while. Let me get some of this stuff off the screen and get this off our face over here. So we'll start off with some film and box office news. John Wick 4 is already the highest earning John Wick movie.
Then the
This
Pope's
news?
Catholic and the sky is blue.
This is news? No.
No.
But the news is that the Continental is going to drop.
I heard about
The
that.
Continental is going to be a 3-part event, 3-night event
With
And
Mel
it's-
Gibson.
with Mel Gibson, who they don't show in anything, but he is the major villain. It is following the character of Winston and how he gets the Continental.
Is it, what channel is it going to be on?
Peacock.
Oh, I have Peacock.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it will be on Peacock. So a lot of good stuff for John Wick. Of course, they also announced that the Ballerina will be coming out sometime next year. That's the next
And will
spin-off
take
movie.
place. It's going to take place before John Wick 4, I think, is like in the timeline.
I mean,
Wait,
it would
Ballerina
make
or
sense
the
if it
or the
takes place-
Continental.
Ballerina.
I believe Ballerina takes place like right as the John Wick movies are happening.
It would make sense if it's the Ballerina that we see. It would take between 3 and 4 or concurrently
Yeah.
with 3.
Mm-hmm.
The rumor
Yeah.
I heard is that it takes place between 3 and 4.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for that, man. Excited for a lot of things. Next story: Disney suffered the biggest box office flop of 2022 with a loss of $200 million. Can you imagine losing $200 million?
Yeah, just talk to the guys who did Black Adam.
It's Shazam, right?
Whoa, Shazam!
Shazam.
Yeah. Yikes.
I'm,
we look at-
I'm like
What's that?
genuinely sad for genuinely sad for the crew and cast of Shazam. Fury.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They may get this award for like when 2023's number.
Oh,
come
they
out.
definitely got it, man.
Yeah.
I don't see anything else beating that for deficit. The Strange World is the movie they're talking about.
Have you
guys
seen
seen
it?
Strange World?
Yeah, it was
No.
great. It was
I
great.
haven't seen it.
My
No?
biggest upset about this is the people out there who bash this movie. They're like, oh, this is what Disney gets for trying too hard to push diversity, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, the movie just wasn't that great.
Right.
Like,
Right. Like I
Like-
get some people where they say some stuff, but then I don't get them. I'm just like the movie. From what I hear, the movie just wasn't good. It has nothing to
wasn't
do
a
with
great movie.
diversity
I mean,
or anything like that.
I can see if I'm being playing, diplomatic here. I can see why people would say that, and I could see. I mean, there's one of the plot points towards the end is fully in your face. Environmental. It's not shielded at all. So I can see that, but you can do that if the story's good enough to earn it. The story wasn't
Yeah.
that great. It was just kind
You
of
can't carry a film on an agenda.
right.
You have to have a story that kind of goes with that.
They came out
Um,
right like they competed with themselves and they competed with Black Panther too. I think at the time. So
Yeah.
well, they figured they were safe releasing a family film, and a very serious film, right? But I just think, I don't know.
everybody's going to go see Black Panther
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, and I
no,
also
I-
think we're in a new era of theater. When a thing is about to come out, now you have these groups who will target a film and call it every name in the book, a la Black Adam, Shazam, before it even comes out.
Yeah,
And a lot of people will be like, well, I just don't want to go see that because of what I heard. You know what I mean? This is that new era. of
Listen,
film stuff.
the last time The last time I ever fell for that was John Carter. I told my friend, it was his birthday, and I said, I really don't want to see this dude. Haven't you heard? Everybody's trashing this film. He's like, no, he looks dope. I want to go. Let's go. So I went with him and his girlfriend, and I left the theater, and I said, holy crap, I can't believe how good this movie is. And I was on Twitter and everywhere like, this movie's great. Go to theaters. Go see it. Go see it. My voice, nothing. Allegedly Disney had an agenda to squash that film anyway, but it's still right now. If you watch it in 4K, it's still one of the most gorgeous productions.
It's
Yeah.
forget gorgeous. It's actually a decent story.
No, and it's a great film.
It's long. I'll say that, but it's a fun movie. And it ends on a cliffhanger that you're like, oh, they only made one.
Yep.
Mm.
And it's like, anyhow, that was the last time, and I was like, I don't know. I was really like kind of like undone by that, and I'm like, never again. From now on.
I wonder if that movie suffered a little bit from what's the main? Is it Taylor Hitch? Whatever his name
No,
is.
it really.
Well,
was
no, I
almost-
just wonder if there was some fatigue with him because he was in a lot of stuff right around.
Yeah, but he was not mainstreaming. This was a great mainstream role for him.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
This is the kind of film that, if had it done well, could have
Yes.
catapulted him.
Was
But
this
Yeah,
before
I think
Wolverine Origins or after?
After Wolverine Origins.
This was after
Yeah.
Wolverine Origins.
Yeah, but again,
Okay.
he's not a main event in Wolverine Origins. You
Right.
know, here is, can you carry a film? Right?
he could.
Like, this is the test. This movie.
Yeah.
And he could. And he worked so hard. And they were all amazing. And it's devastating, right? I'm sure it was devastating for him career-wise, but I mean, I was devastated because I was like, are you kidding me? I'm now into this dude. I'm ready for more movies. I'm into this story. I love the princess. I'm super into this.
All right.
And Disney's like, oh, we lost hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
Why Mario rivals Mickey Mouse explained by Nintendo in Illumination.
I mean,
Is there a quote here? Okay. Let me get this guy out of here. Shigeru Miyamoto. There was a time when Mario was compared with Mickey Mouse. And at the time, I thought that Mickey Mouse was 40 years older than Mario, so he had no chance. But Mickey Mouse has evolved through the evolution of animation. And in that same sense, we have the idea that Mario then is going to evolve through a digital medium. With every new technology and hardware that we put out, there's a Mario game created that was part of the evolutionary process. Chris Meledandri. We try to put clear and simple thoughts behind something that is actually a phenomenon. It has so many different factors involved. So on one hand, we could talk about his relatability. We could talk about his everyman qualities. We could talk about his perseverance. But you could then talk about that nose or that mustache, or you could then look at all of these things and go, it's really as much about the excellence of the games and what role they play in introducing gameplay in ways that were totally fresh and exciting. Or you could talk about a spirit that resides inside of Miyamoto-san that extends into Mario. It's one of the great questions, but if I find it very hard to reduce down to a simple answer.
What a beautiful response.
Yes,
So-
that
Because
was good.
he's right.
he's right,
Yeah.
but it's a lot of hot air too. Like, who cares?
I care.
Well, I'm sure he cares. I'm sure he cares.
You have a great property. We all love it. Do we need to dissect why we all love it?
Well, that's what he's saying. He's saying I can't dissect it, but he can appreciate the points of view of what people love about it from his experience. Like this is someone who's clearly listened to fans and heard what they had to say, that he could project it like this, you know, that he knows that there are people out there who enjoy a deeper view of Mario, you know, like the everyman character, and people who are just like, oh, I'm really into the hat and the mustache. Anyhow,
I would argue now that Mario is a bigger icon than Mickey Mouse.
No way.
Mickey, man,
Where's
Mickey's
Mickey
got
at? Where's Mickey?
everywhere.
I defy
What
Children
show-
want to have
What
dreams come
game?
true.
Where's his character? It pop up here and there, but Mario has a Mario stance.
I
Like-
don't disagree, but you can't swing a dead cat without finding Mickey Mouse stuff.
This is true. That's because he's been laced everywhere for the last
That's my
50
point.
years.
Look,
But I'm sorry, as
my
far as
point.
like if you were to put up Mickey Mouse and Mario right now to the world, who do you think the world would choose?
hold
What,
on.
as recognizable?
Right.
Yeah, like to say
I
if
still
you had to
think it's
pick from
Mickey
these two,
It's still going to be Mickey.
I think
so
it's
I
gonna
go
be
Mario.
Mickey.
Worldwide, I think it's
I go Mario.
I
think
know, but dude,
in
you do
certain
not
areas, yeah.
understand. Look at what foreigners are looking at, right? And look how
Thank
many
you.
foreigners come to
Yo,
Disney World.
Mario is huge in the world.
But
He
dude,
is, he's
he does, but not the legacy that has been
Well, I'm not talking about legacy.
founded.
I'm not talking about
Yeah.
legacy.
No, but
I'm talking about
I am.
current.
It doesn't matter about current. Little children are still watching Mickey all the time. There's always
Correct.
new Mickey shows for
Yes.
for toddlers. And what comes before toddler? Like for
I'm not-
babies. And
I don't
toddlers.
really see what Mickey shows have you seen.
Dude, go on Disney
Mickey
Plus,
Mouse
Mickey, and
Clubhouse is
boom.
huge.
Is it? I'm totally
Yeah,
not-
no, no, dude,
Bro,
you
go
are
on
in your own
Disney
special
XD
bubble.
Go on Disney XD. What's the other Disney channel? That's there's the regular
Disney,
Disney channel.
Disney,
I
Every
Disney
other-
I
Plus.
can see Mickey in his office
Every
right
other
now.
one's Mickey.
Haha, so Sam on the Council Comics
Yeah.
doesn't believe me, huh? Haha.
Freaking Minnie Mouse and her gal pals have their own show called
Right, Minnie Mouse has
Minnie's
her
Boutique.
own show.
They have their
Oh,
own show.
Minnie Mouse she has a fairy tale show, right?
That's right. There's that one too. I'm talking about
Really?
Minnie's
I'm
Boutique,
so blocked out from that stuff.
Dude, I got
Exactly.
8 nieces and nephews. I
I
can
have-
tell you.
though. Bro, I still have to say, what's it? Toodles. When you want to find something, you're not sure what it is because you need Toodles to come and bring you your tool. Cliff knows what I'm talking about.
I do.
Sad, right?
Yeah, it is.
Um,
It gets in your head.
Moving on.
And the
Lin
hot
Manuel-
dog-
Sam's like blown away.
I am. I'm just want to know the next story. I'm
Hot
just blown
dog
away. I don't have the resources to answer anything. We got to move on. Lin Manuel Miranda had one goal with the Little Mermaid remake. Don't F it up.
I couldn't care less about this movie.
Oh,
Not-
It
know,
has
I
nothing
care
to
about
do
this
with.
movie.
it
I
has
care about
everything
this
to do
movie
with-
because the Little Mermaid animated movie is by far one of the best animated movies of all time. And I've seen it over 40, 50 times.
Right. These
know what I mean?
movies, all of these live action movies are trying to sell us movies to adults that we've already seen. Because children
Right.
don't want to see this. They'll sit through it. They like the music, but they're more about the animated stuff. So this isn't for them. This is for people our age and maybe a little bit younger. And I couldn't care less. I'd rather watch the animated one.
but
Yeah, and it also connects to like
and,
Mario. Like with Mario, they're like, oh, we need a live action Mario. But now Mario proves no, we don't ever need to
Right.
see a live action Mario. You don't have to do everything live action. I think Disney's starting to learn that. What were you gonna say, Cliff?
No, pretty much along the lines of what you were going for. Like, it's kind of ridiculous that people feel like there can't be great. I mean, I feel like Disney has proven that there's grand success in animation. You know,
Mhm.
they've got massive animated hits.
Mm.
So I don't know. I mean, so Disney's proved it. I guess people have to prove it to themselves. But Mario doing this well is proof of a lot of things. His popularity, all the things that they managed to do right in this movie.
And this may be a great movie, but I it's just one
Yeah.
of those like
I feel like it's the last one I want to see live
I don't
action.
even want to see it.
You know what I mean? No, I want to see it for the
Little Mermaid to
talent.
me
There are
is
some
kinda one of those
talented
borderline
people
ones
in
anyway.
here. Like
What's
the
that?
Bailey sister, like she's huge, tremendously talented. And from the things I've seen so far from it, she's hitting her Ariel right on mark. That like
Oh
the
my
things-
God, yo, what's her name? Oh my God,
Mm.
the playing Ursula. Oh,
Oh, that's
Melissa McCarthy.
yeah,
Melissa
Melissa
McCarthy.
Oh, is that
Yo,
right?
did
Yeah.
you see that one little clip where it's just like this much of her face, like trying to seduce her into the plan?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, Melissa McCarthy is like eating this up.
Yeah.
You know, like
The only thing I worry about is the animal stuff because
I've
that
heard
was
it's not
very,
good.
I was very key to the animation, like their facial expressions, how they do things, and you're gonna have to try to mimic that in live action, which is tough. You know what I mean? I saw one clip already with the crab, and I was like, that ain't cutting it. You know what I mean? So
Do
We'll
do
see.
we? Are they gonna live action the priest popping a boner when she walks out on the? You
oh
ever
my
see
God,
that?
No.
Oh, dude, yeah, go back and watch the. If you watch it when she walks across the ship mat, the main the deck, she comes out
Uh-huh.
on the deck. Remember, if you
Uh-huh.
watch it, there's this little like the priest kind of stands up on his little box, and you see this little boom. It's bad, dude.
well, the original
And the case, you're
VHS,
right, the case too.
the original VHS case. One of the castles is a penis shape.
I mean,
why
this is
that is?
Disney we're talking about here. Let's
Well,
look
the
at the
thing
old
is,
Mickey Mouse
it's the
cartoons.
clamshell.
Well, no,
Ridiculous.
because what happens is the animators would get bored and slip little things in here and there. It would be missed. Fans would see it, and
Right.
this like the word "sex" is spelled out in Starlight
Yeah.
in the original cuts. of the Lion King. They
It's
had to
Leaves.
edit
No, it's
that out
Leaves.
since, you
It's
know.
Leaves. It's Leaves.
Oh, sorry, Leaves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like they have to go back and be like, oh my god, what?
And
are
it was
they
a different
doing?
culture back then too.
Well,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? There's no internet.
I
There's no
heard-
other stuff. So go ahead.
with the Little Mermaid thing was because it's the artwork on the original case because they've since changed it. You can
Yeah.
find it, but it's harder to find. Is that one of the animators got fired, and he's like, well, screw them, and did that on his way out the door, and nobody caught him.
Mm. That's a way to get
Because if
out.
you look at it, it's like one of the middle spires. It's fully a penis.
Let's do this final one. Wicked movie images reveal first look at Elphaba and Glinda in costume. Elphaba. Where are those pictures? So it looks good. It looks good. Now, what exactly is the story of Wicked?
So, Story of Wicked is the story of the Wicked Witch who isn't truly wicked, right? She is an environmentalist, right? And
Mhm.
she wants to go to university, you know, in the Emerald. Is it the Emerald City? I think so, right? And and she befriends Glenda. They're actually good friends, you know. But things get sour. There's all sorts of stuff that goes on. She's accused of something that she didn't actually do, and that's when she's labeled wicked. And she's like, "I've had enough of this." So she sings this big song at the end, Act 1, and of course that's when she grabs the broomstick and she's flying, right? So because she's so outraged, she's like tapped into this inner power, right? But yeah,
Tilt
she's
it
just
forward.
like,
Okay, I don't know if you can see that. I found it. If you want to see the picture, hold on. You know what? Can I do it this way? Turn this down.
So
I'm
this is
sorry,
a
go-
prequel to Wizard of Oz.
it is, but but do not look at it that way. They do not make sense together whatsoever.
Okay.
There's like, for instance, the
Yeah,
guy
right there.
she's in love with,
You see it now?
Yeah, right there.
the guy Elphaba's in love
That's
with,
crazy. Yeah.
gets turned into the Scarecrow. Through a
Oh.
right? So like, and I'm like, there are no signs that the Scarecrow and Elphaba are in love. Zero.
It's an alternate timeline.
It's a different timeline.
But this is a very popular theater show.
It absolutely is a very popular Broadway
One of
show.
the
It's
classics.
beautiful.
Yeah.
The
Chenoweth,
book
right?
it's based on madness.
Kristen Chenoweth was her big one, right?
Kristen Chenoweth. It was a big role for her, where she played Glenda. And of course, I'm dying here because I should know her name all day and all night.
Don't die. No. All right, well, Cliff is thinking about that. We're going to head into this domestic weekend box office. Super Mario
Idina Menzel.
Brothers.
Sorry,
Oh, say it again?
Idina Menzel. She starred in Wicked.
Oh,
She's
that's
like,
right. What
Yeah.
was it that the Travolta called her at the Oscars when he got her name way wrong?
What do you say?
Idina Menzel or something like that. I don't know.
He didn't even get any of the syllables right, if I remember correctly. It was
Oh,
bad.
that's terrible. But of
Of course,
course,
coming from a guy who we all said we all admitting I didn't have a stroke, but yeah, you know,
now
I should be sensitive.
we should all know that she, anyhow, she's very popular for her music for the Frozen movies
Hmm.
as well, and a bunch of other stuff that is not coming to mind right now because I am being a terrible fan. But she's amazing. She's married to Taye Diggs. Nobody seems to know that.
Was that right? I didn't know.
Yeah,
All right. So this weekend's box office, Super Mario Brothers have come in number one again with 87 million. They're at 347 domestic.
Jeez.
They're over 500. They're at 677 million in 2 weeks. This is gonna make $1 billion.
How much has Shazam made?
Oh, we'll see if you're still on the list. We'll check it out. But this is, oh my God, they got to be going nuts over there, man. Going nuts about all the things they can do now and everything.
Super Mario Brothers movie too.
Yeah, but there's also talk that with Zelda, they won't use this animation form.
Really?
Zelda will be more of a, I don't know how to say, magic, mystical, Lord of the Ring type animation. And each project that they do will have a different animation style. So
I think Zelda would benefit from the style that they used for the Spider-Man movies, and then for
that would be cool.
Puss in Boots just recently.
yeah,
I think it would look really good if they did it that way.
that would be cool. The Pope's Exorcist came in at number 2 bringing in 9 million. Little Russell Crowe. That's Russell Crowe, right? He's in
Yeah.
that movie. Yeah,
I've never heard of it before.
I
Yeah,
saw
Russell
a
Crowe.
poster from it for when we were leaving Mario Brothers.
John Wick 4 came in at number 3. 349 million worldwide.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Renfield came in with 7 million.
I want to see that movie, but I haven't had a chance to get there yet.
I don't believe it came out worldwide. I believe it just came out. Oh yeah, it did come out worldwide. They're at 10 million worldwide.
And it's getting great reviews.
Really
Yeah, it
all
is.
okay. Air brought in another 7 million. They're at 33 million domestic. Dungeons and Dragons holding on at number 6. They brought in about 7 million.
Yes.
They're at 74 domestic. Let's see what they are worldwide. They're at 157 worldwide.
Not bad.
The thing they're saying about this movie is it was too expensive to make. So they don't know if they're going to do a part 2 theater-wise. They think they might transition to TV series or something like that. Because this movie cost over $150 million to make.
Hello.
So, but I believe it's a great starting point for them if they want to do something.
Listen, I think it's really hard to judge because the movie at this point in time, the movie's basically broke even, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like the reviews, critical and fans are very good overall. So it's like,
And then you got to see the ancillary market with the digital downloads and the
right,
Blu-rays.
but this is going to be
Yeah.
really tricky for them because you can't ignore that it's been well received,
Right.
Mhm.
but you spent a lot of money on it. And what are we going to do with that?
Right.
You know what's funny about a movie like this is it's based on a game property, right?
Yes.
And I guarantee you, no sales of that game and the books have gone up since this movie came out. Much
Mm.
like there's you don't see like sales on comic books go up when Thor comes out.
Well,
No, of course not.
the
It cracks me up. You would
but the
think
thing, like,
go see this movie and like it, or like, oh, that's really good. Maybe I should go get what it's based on.
Dungeons and
That
Dragons is
never
a very intricate game, though.
happened. Is it though?
You know what I mean? It is. Like once
is
you've
to
learned it
start,
and everything, once
once you
you've
get
learned it
started.
and you can go on it, but it's not something you easily just jump into.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I tell
Yeah.
everybody. I'm like, you
Not
want to
my
play?
experience.
Here's a character. Let's roll.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, dude, there is so
It-
the rules
ahead,
are
Papa.
overwhelming constantly, right? And of course, they're always making updates. But like, you just need someone to be like, all right, I'm going to cover the basic rules. You guys build your characters. And let's talk about it. And then if you have a situation where like, I'm curious to play, I don't know what to do. That's when I'm like, well, I'll run it. And here's a character sheet. Sit down and I'll tell you when you have to roll your dice and what you're going to do. And that's the momentum. So there's really only 2 learning curves. Learning curve A, someone gave me a character. I started playing with whomever. Learning curve B, oh, I sat down with the whole group and we all built our characters together. And I slowly started to learn from there. But the main thing is someone's got to be like, let's do this. We're doing it.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
wasn't
I've
a
only
real
played it
push
a
for the
couple
game
times,
either, though.
and
Usually, you see a push for the game in the movie, but I didn't really see a push for the game.
I think it's relying on the lore and the fantasy for the push for the game.
Mm.
You know, it's taking place in the Forgotten Realms. They've covered all the major names of the Forgotten Realms, the prison, Lord Neverember, the Emerald Conclave, like all of this is hardcore concrete lore that they used as part of their plot that you could go and read more about or take adventures in, or whichever way you want to go with this, whether you just want to read D&D books or you want to actually play D&D games. Like, they dropped the seeds for all of it.
Cool. Mafia Mama came in at 7 with 2 million. Scream 6 got another 1.5 million.
Green Six is hanging in there.
It's hanging in there, right? Nefarious with 1.3. His only son, 500. Champions. Puss in Boots. It went
Wow.
up. It went up.
which is it's crazy to me. More power to anybody seeing this in the theater, right? It's
Oh,
crazy
man.
to me that you're gonna pay to go see this in the theater when you can pay for $5 for Peacock and it's on Peacock.
Yeah.
It's just wild to me. Like, whatever you want to do, and you can sit in the comfort of your own home and watch. as
I
many
do
times as you
believe
want.
I do believe you have to pay $9.99 for Peacock to get the movie.
I pay $5
You
a month.
You pay the one with the advertising.
Yeah,
I have the
Yeah,
premium
never
one, and I
mind.
only got the premium one because I'm a soccer fan. We all know that. And in order to watch a lot of soccer games, you have to have premium.
All right,
It's like
shout
$5.99
out to
or something
Puss
like
in
that.
Boots.
Puss
Doing
in
his
Boots,
thing.
man.
Let's look down here. Ant-Man's still making some money in there. Yo, Shazam. Oh, oof.
Dude,
Shazam,
speaking of that, I saw some story that
Shazam
they're
dropped
talking
out of
about
the top
recasting
30.
your boy Jonathan Majors.
That's clickbait.
Is it though?
Because I saw when those stories were starting to come out, right? And I'm gonna get out of this so we get full screen. I saw those stories coming out, and what it was every company has a contingency plan.
Sure. Oh, sure.
Everybody has one. So what a couple of influencers did is they from their sources heard that Marvel was looking at other actors. So this was the thing that went out that Marvel's recasting Jonathan Majors. No, it's just Marvel being smart and saying if this thing blows up, we're gonna have to go another direction. But Jonathan Majors is still Kang, and he will be until any major things happen with that case. They're just doing the smart thing. You know what I mean? They're looking for a backup. It's smart. But there's a lot of YouTubers that are trying to get some clicks off of that, man. So many. And I'm just like, all right, let's relax. Let's relax. All right. So that was the film and box office news. What movies did you guys go see? Let us know in the comments below. Now for the big